This is Jared Parry for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Stuff. Delighted to be joined by British heavyweight champion Fabio Wardley. I'm sure you're feeling a bit deflated today, Fabio, after today's news.
Yeah, deflated. Also find it quite amusing. I find these whole situations quite funny sometimes. So yeah, it's a bit of both. It's a bit flat, demoralizing because I was looking forward to a big fight, a big event, just a massive, just a massive night of boxing. Really, that was going to be good. No one, I never saw anyone say, "Oh, this is a shit matchup, bad fight," anything like that. Everyone was really excited for it, and then now changing circumstance, no longer happening. So a bit of a downer, but it's not the end of the world. There's always more to do. There's always more on the table.
Yeah, obviously, so the process today, BOXXER pulled Frazer Clarke out. Did you expect this to happen at all? They requested him to be mandatory. So what do you think changed for them to pull him out?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the weird thing, is that they requested him. The more thing I was stunned about was about how quick my mandatory came around. I was like, I had only had the belt for about 3 months, and then I've got a mandatory thrown in my face. But fine, cool, no worries, I'll take it. Frazer Clarke, former GB and Olympic bronze medalist. Okay, cool, no worries, doable. Take it on, no problems. I never said anything other than yes. And then your team lobby for it, they get it, you get the fight, you say you want it, everyone around you says you want it, and they all say they think you beat me and everything else, and then the day comes and everyone shits it and runs off. So it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just as confused as everyone else.
Did it raise a bit of suspicion? I think it was they announced Adam Azim's fight in York Hall June the 10th, and Clark was part of the card. Did that raise a bit of suspicion then?
Yes and no, because we'd had conversations with them months prior about allowing them to have an interim fight if they felt like they needed it. But we said, obviously, if you're going to do that, we're going to do the same thing. So if you want to have that interim fight, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I can do one too, and then we'll do it. That's in I think September or something is whenever we said. But that was just a conversation. That was just like a quick, okay, cool. Well, if you like, again, still us being proactive, wanting the fight to happen, not allowing any roadblocks, trying to be as helpful as possible, going, okay, cool, you can have that. But it was just a brief conversation. We never actually defined any details or really sat anything down or really set anything tone. It was just, okay, cool, if you want to do that, we'll do this, and then we can do it all a bit later, yeah? Then we'll catch up and we'll figure out the details. So when the Harry Armstrong fight came out, it came out a bit premature for me in terms of us thinking, well, we haven't even detailed that conversation yet of us doing that. So that was kind of that was a red flag waving up, going, hang on, something's going on here.
Just say you said that was a red flag waving at. Your team went to Portman Road, your football club. All this lot looking to potentially stage a fight there, probably be one of the first ones at Portman Road. While all this was going on, it seems that they were talking to Harry Armstrong. Does that baffle you at all?
It doesn't baffle me. It pisses me off, to be honest. It's irritating because think about it. We was about to have one of the biggest British title fights there's ever been, probably since Deal AJ. Maybe you could throw Joyce Dubois in there as well, but top three in them three in that round in that realm. One of the biggest fights. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's buzzing about it. Everyone's both sides are saying they want it. We as a team, me and Matchroom and DAZN and everyone, we're doing our bit and putting things together and putting our money together for a purse bid. Ed's taken time out to come down to Ipswich to meet with the club so we can put the fight on down at the ground, which was a strong possibility, which would have been great. 30,000 people for a stadium fight for a British title. And then all the meanwhile, while we're doing all the hard work and the leg work to put to put it all in motion and put everything together ready for this massive fight, you're off trying to make a shit 6 rounder with fucking Harry Armstrong. And it doesn't make any sense.
Nah, of course. So, do you think this could be a fight to be revisited in the future? Because some people may see this as, even though they've pulled him out, this could marinate into a bigger rivalry down the line. Do you think this could be a fight that could be revisited in the future, but maybe for a bigger title? Maybe like, I know the British title is very prestigious, but maybe a European, maybe even a world title in years to come.
It's not impossible. This whole process, how it's been handled by all their teams, their management, their promotion, by Ben, makes us hesitant, obviously, to work with them, because we've wasted a lot of time in preparations for this and putting things together. So it makes us hesitant to work with them again. It doesn't make it impossible, but next time around, it's going to be more on our terms. It's not going to be like 50-50 kind of, we'll dictate evenly. It's going to be, we're going to do it this way, this way, this way, this way. And if you want it, you can have it. If not, jog on. We can do something else.
I was gonna say, so for you then, you know, what do you think is next? Because I got to bring up the fact that Queensberry, right on cue, they did the exact thing that I think you probably expected. Picture straight away, David Aberley. Do you think you can open negotiations for that fight, although he's booked the fight on June the 9th?
That's the thing. He's got a fight booked, isn't he? So when do they want the fight? This is almost like a Frazer Clarke scenario 2.0. They'll probably go to the board. They'll probably lobby for him to be next in line. Okay, great. But when? When are you going to do it? Because you've got a fight coming up. So what happens if, again, we get into the same situation? We get into the same situation. Queensberry lobby the board. David Adelaide gets his shot. He has his fight. He snaps his ankle. He gets a cut. He gets injured. Something goes wrong. While for weeks again, we've been putting plans in motion, talking, putting things together about putting a fight together. Rah rah rah. For then someone to fuck it up again, and we wasted another few months. And I've wasted another few months of my career as well. Well, I could have been fighting, whether it be for the British, whether it be international, whatever, staying active. I can be doing things, but I'm having to, for some reason, I'm on the back foot. I'm the champion. I'm the one with the belt, but I'm on the back foot having to wait around for everyone else and see what everyone else's plans are before I can make my own. So, yeah, it didn't surprise me at all, because it was the obvious next option. But the question is when and where they want to do it.
Another name who called you out yesterday on their Instagram story, Dave Allen. You know, he's on his comeback trail. He's looking for a fight. He said that the British title fight against you would be perfect for him. What's your thoughts on that?
Dave Allen was offered the fight. He was offered the fight after his last win. And he outright, on the phone, said to Eddie Hearn, I'm not ready for Fabio Wardley. I wouldn't last 2 or 3 rounds. I still need 2 or 3 more warm-up fights. Then I'll be ready to go. Those are quote-unquote his words on the phone to Ed. Ed called him, said, do you want it? He outright said no. So I'm bored of him. He pops up every time there's a little bit of interest. He just wants to stay relevant, stay in the picture, stay in the conversation in some way, when he knows for a certified fact that he has outright turned down the fight that was offered to him. So I pay that no mind whatsoever.
Another name that people are talking about is one that's actually in the matchroom stable, Solomon Dacres. Obviously, he's the English champion. Naturally, next progression will be the British title after that. Do you think that could be a fight that could be made?
Yeah, could definitely be made. Definitely be made. I don't know what Soul doesn't have a fight coming up next or anything like that. I don't know. Obviously, same promotion. So it's easily done. Whether that's next, again, it depends on, again, it sounds stupid, I'm waiting on the board on whether I get mandated, whether I get a voluntary, whether I get just freedom to do what I want for a bit. Like, I don't know. But he's definitely a possibility as well. He was one of the, obviously, it was Frazer, David, and him were the 3 main names. So he's definitely a strong possibility as well.
Another question I want to ask, well, back in March, Ajit Kabayel won the European title for the second time. If that came up, would you jump at that one, or is the goal to win the British outright first? Or if that fight was offered to you next, Kabayel, for the European, would you jump at that one?
Yeah, the Commonwealth and European was a route we was looking at as well. It wasn't just staying British. It was just, obviously, I like the belt, it's a prestigious belt. I like fighting British fighters, known British fighters on British soil, because it builds a lot of interest. It's good. People love to watch it. So it was a preference, but if the European and Commonwealth options are there, then and they're good options, and everyone else is off doing other things and messing around, then that's a perfectly viable option for me to have a go at.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Fabio, I can understand that you're absolutely swarmed today, I'm sure, with media coming at you. Thank you very much for giving Boxing Safe for some of your time. And well, we hope you get a fight very soon.
Cheers, bud. Thank you very much.
Okay.